doing their thing, because it's another topic I wanted to discuss as far as podcasts go, and that is the black community getting hate for doing podcasts. And it's crazy to me because every community does podcasts. Mm-hmm. Every race, every ethnicity now does a podcast. It's one of the biggest lanes to get into as far as entertainment. Everybody wants a podcast. Everybody does a podcast. But for some reason, when you're black with a podcast, it's a fucking issue. Mm-hmm. When you're black with an opinion, it's an issue. We talking about the same shit that all humans is talking about. We just putting our own twist on it. But for some reason, when niggas speak, it's a problem. We all see the comments. The CIA dropped podcast equipment in the hood. Amazon need to stop selling niggas mics. Like, we the only ones to talk about this shit. There's 1,000 red pill podcasts from the whites, the Hispanics, everybody. Asian, you name it. They all do it. But when niggas do it, it's a fucking problem. Yep. It's like niggas supposed to just, like they told LeBron, shut the fuck up and dribble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up and catch a ball. Shut the fuck up and rap and sing. It's like y'all don't want to hear niggas drop no type of game, but then y'all complain about the black community don't have leaders dropping game. Then when niggas start dropping game, it's shut the fuck up and stop selling niggas podcast equipment. No, because niggas is pointing out the bullshit in our community and trying to change the narrative of the way we're viewed, and we are used to trauma bonding, so it's like, damn, it feel like y'all speaking out against me. Stop selling them niggas podcast equipment. Like, how you feel about it doing content?
I think, like you said, it's so many podcasts that do the red pill, type of content. You know what I mean? I think it's funny because people try to say, like you said, CIA dropped off, podcast equipment in the hood. They're trying to make us destroy ourselves. The funny thing about it, y'all, is these problems that all of us are speaking on have existed long before there were podcasts. The problems that black men have with black women, the problems that black men and women have with economics, fatherhood, you feel me, mental stability, etc. The list goes on and on and on. These problems have existed far long before mics. Now that we have mics and we have the ability to have these conversations, we can do it. The only difference is, because the conversation was still happening, the only difference is now there's cameras in front of us and it's being exalted to thousands of people. That's the only difference. And I don't think people understand that. Now, I will say that there are some podcasts out there that deserve some sort of flack. They're not coming to provide any value to the culture. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that's not a fact, because that's true. But you have a bunch of podcasts like ours right here where we come in and we try to provide value. But when y'all make comments like, oh, CIA dropped podcast equipment off in the hood, or niggas need to stop having a podcast, take the mics away. Okay, when niggas say something about women. But then niggas come on here and talk about mental health or talk about how the black community could get better. 0 views, quiet as a mouse. You don't hear shit.
Facts.
But as soon as I say, don't get a BBL or some dumbass shit, what happens? 1,000 views, 1,000 likes. Everybody jump on the negativity, right?
That's
but
facts.
But then they want to hate on it. But then when I come over here and spit real knowledge that can help you in life or something that's really going on in the world, nobody want to hear that shit. So it's like, y'all can't have y'all cake and eat it too. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all, like you said, is feeling personally attacked by this shit. If the shoe fit, wear the motherfucker. To me. Because this is something you obviously need to hear. It's resonating with your demons. You need to get them out of you. Point blank, period. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just crazy that that's the way the shit is. And I think that instead of hating on them, you can go to a whole bunch of other podcasts that are dropping knowledge. And then we talked about this earlier. Like, it's to the point where the niggas who hating, they're the ones dictating what's hot. So how do we not get our hands dirty a little bit and go over here and have some messy topics and gossip a little bit? Because that's what you niggas want. Otherwise, we can't even get to this topic we talking on right here. We had to go talk about Jada and Will.
That's a fact.
And Carisha, just to get to this point right here, because we already understand the way this shit works. So a lot of the viewers, instead of talking, y'all got to fix what y'all want to see. You get what I'm saying? And then maybe certain things will change. But until y'all keep feeding into the negative shit and then saying, oh, why are we getting a negative outcome? If you don't realize that, then how is this shit ever supposed to change? It's not going to change. So I think it's funny. And I think that, again, we have a problem within our community of just hating on each other point blank, period. Like, we just love to hate on each other.
That's fact.
That's what we love to do. We don't give a fuck. A nigga hate on you. Oh, you can't prepare, nigga. I hate on you, nigga.
You on time? You on
nigga,
time
you,
ass
you
nigga.
weird ass nigga. Like,
See,
what?
it's
Like,
crazy.
this is weird.
It's crazy because I take it with a grain of salt when you get a little more understanding, because I look at it like when I pay attention to people that's trying to climb out their communities or somebody trying to do better for their life, people are frowned upon you, especially if you a nigga that come out the streets like we do. When you're trying to become something, you become hated. You know what I mean? Until you get to a point where they can't deny you and they got to show you love, or they get to a certain point where they want to be attached to your success. So they show you the fake love, or regardless. But people do not want to see you doing better. They have a image of how black people are supposed to be. When you climb out of that bracket, it's like, oh, you going against the grain. If you ain't in the street still doing this or doing that, you're frowned upon. You know what I mean? For trying to be better. So, like I said, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. Fuck the comments and reach whoever you're going to reach and get to that point, because they going to hate. Some people get on there, wake up mad at their motherfucking life to hate. Like, you hate yourself so much, you finna get up here and throw that motherfucker to the world. Like, you hate the world. So that shit get deep, man. It's just like I said, you just got to take it for what it is and keep moving forward. Like y'all said, it's a million it is of people giving a million opinions with no facts or nothing else behind it. So I think that's where that shit be coming from.
I just hate how, like, now that black podcasting is prevalent, y'all are making it seem like the podcasts are the reason why relationships are being destroyed and the economy is destroyed and people are fighting each other, like this shit wasn't already happening. You get what I'm saying? And another thing, without black, like, again, y'all could talk shit all y'all want on black podcasting, but black podcasting gave us EYL, Earn Your Leisure. Black podcasting gave us 19 Keys. Black podcasting gave us Todd Millionaire. Y'all probably know about him. He's big on stocks.
Facts.
Black podcasting gave us a lot of shit. You feel me? And actually helped a lot of young men that are black and young women get a different mindset. You feel me? They living in the projects. Maybe they turned this shit on YouTube. They like, oh shit, that's somebody who looked like me doing that. You get what I'm saying? So when y'all bash it, y'all got to be very specific on what y'all are bashing, because you got all these other platforms out here that have helped people that look just like them get ahead in life. That's also came out of the black podcasting that y'all talk shit about.
Look, it's so crazy. Even doubling back to the Joe Budden and Drake shit, even Drake threw a shot at Joe. Like, oh, I'm glad I got the life I got and I ain't sitting in front of some Amazon mic, giving my opinion. So it's like, even he threw a slight at the podcast. Like, damn, bro, I just seen you on somebody's podcast. They wasn't black.
In a bed, too.
You know what I'm saying? They was what you would call an industry plant, but they didn't get no shade. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't even really come sit down with niggas. So to throw shade at it, that was crazy to me. Come on, I just saw you on the pod. So Drake, that was crazy, bro.
You knew that was gonna hurt his feelings.
That was crazy. But to the people that criticize black podcasts, fuck y'all. Y'all can suck a dick for real, because y'all propel the same shit y'all complain about. And this is the problem with the black community. You niggas love to be victims. Y'all complain about the rappers rapping about this. The rappers ain't dropping game. Our entertainers, we got no leaders. Then you get a bunch of leaders with podcasts in front of a mic trying to give you game. Like he said, 0 views. Y'all don't watch it. The second the niggas say, hey, black women, y'all overweight. Y'all need to get in shape. We don't like obese bitches.
Ding, ding.
Million hits, million comments, million engagements, million reaction videos. So the people that wanted to start a podcast to talk about some positive shit, what you think they gonna do? They gonna sit back and look at the numbers. It's a numbers game. Okay, the shit I wanted to do, it got no motion. I get on here and say a bunch of bullshit, I got all the motion. So you got people coming out the woodworks saying any fucking thing just to get the clicks. If you want to change the narrative, change where you're putting the clicks. Put the clicks on the shit that you claiming you want to propel our community. But y'all don't watch that shit because you bitch ass niggas just want to be entertained. This is why there's no helping everybody. Find your purpose, find your lane, and just propel in it. Don't even worry about the critics. They're going to criticize whatever. You could talk about the most positive shit in the world. Somebody going to be like, this nigga too positive. He don't give a fuck about the hood. Like, nigga, we can't relate to you. Okay, cool. Let me come appease the hood niggas. Oh, this dumbass nigga, he's so smart. Why you trying to appease? Why you trying to appease us down here at the bottom?
Can't win.
You supposed to be leading us. There's no winning. yin, yang, supporters, haters. The haters are always gonna propel you more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, people gonna complain regardless. Do what you do, bro. If this is your passion, follow that. That's my advice to anybody that want to be a podcaster. And the only time y'all really had a problem with black podcasts was when the men started getting emotion.
That's it.
When the men started finally being able to tell our side of the story, oh, it's a problem now. You bitches had 30 years to talk shit about us. The second niggas start speaking up for themselves, oh, we need to take the mics away. Stop selling mics. When Jenny Jones and them was saying, oh, you ain't the father and this and that, or you the deadbeat, and y'all was loving that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all was loving that shit.
Yeah.
But now the niggas is telling niggas, hey, be upstanding, be masculine. You know what I'm saying? Stand on your square. Don't take no bullshit from women. Be a good father. And now take the mics away.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Y'all like seeing niggas being victims and prisoners and selling crack and all. Y'all love that shit. Be real.
I think they do. I think again, people have to look within and look at what they are giving energy to. You know what I mean? Because there is a lane for everybody. And I just think, I don't know, man. I feel like black podcasting and podcasts are at a point right now where it's so big, right? And it's so saturated where, like you said, you have a bunch of people saying a bunch of things. And so it's hard to filter through all of that. But it's the culture as well of what we're exalting to the forefront. Like, at the end of the day, this is what you niggas really want to see.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Because if y'all wanted to see something else would be prevalent, you know? And I know that there also goes, to a certain degree, some sort of government interference with that as well, right? Because, you know, I've seen things where they have said there's people who work for TikTok who decide what goes to the top of the algorithm. So it's like, at the same time, they could see that. We said some shit about Kaepernick the other day, and that shit went to the top.
Crazy.
It went fucking crazy. And I sat back and I thought about it, right? Because
Probably because it's Kaepernick.
Because in the episode, when you watch it, we not really trying to bash, bro. We just saying, this is weak. My nigga, like, this is weak, bro. Like, you better than that. But the clip make it look a certain way. And if you go to the comments, niggas is like hating on Kaepernick, I feel like in ways that we really wouldn't hate on, bro. So it made me think, like, this is why it got exalted to the top, because it's Kaepernick. He took the knee. You feel me? That's controversial. It's going to make, it's a black man almost in the clip. You get what I'm saying? Ridiculing another black man.
That's what made it go viral.
And that's what made it go viral.
That's what made it go viral.
Let me
You get
ask
what I'm
y'all
saying?
something
That's a
though,
fact.
because y'all said, like, we get on here and still appease to what people want to hear. Now that's sort of like the Drake situation, because people mad about him for his album, but is he just appeasing to what people want, or as a podcaster, do you stay to your root and stay to your core of whatever message that you trying to put out?
I think it's a mix of both.
Go ahead.
I think it's a mix of both. I think, and this is why I rock with the Joe Budden podcast so much, because it's a cast of people that nobody know, right? They're not famous. They don't got no ties to the industry, nothing. But it shows how if you consistently put something in front of somebody's face and hammer it into them, they'll start to like you. That's what it shows me. So that gives me the hope and kind of took me in my direction of, I'm going to talk a little bit about the bullshit, but mostly stay on these types of topics, because yeah, it might be slow right now. But when I do my 10,000 hours, eventually my shit gonna crack. You get what I'm saying? Right. It's gonna go up. So you have to stay consistent, because it's just repetition. Niggas start getting used to you popping up at 12, 3, and 8 every day on the gram, on TikTok, on YouTube. They start getting used to it, and before you know it, your videos have found the people that want to view it. You get what I'm saying? So
get your core following.
So you have to get your core following, and you have to understand that. But at the same time, to reach a new height, you have to appease to the bullshit. Like, it's almost like you appease to the bullshit, right? You go up. Then people discover the other content, and then boom, you go up again. So it's kind of like that ripple effect. The bullshit go up, then people go to you. Okay, they see what's going on. Some people stay, some people go. So I'm only trying to keep the people that's trying to stay for the real bulk of the content when they come and they view. And I think that that's how everybody else should try to do their shit.
That's a fact, because even starting the podcast, I didn't want to chase no current events. I didn't want to do the celebrity shit at all. Like I just wanted to just drop game for the people. But it's a difference between looking at it through the eyes of a consumer and looking at it through the lens of a creator. The consumers are only looking at it through their lens. I want you to appease me as the consumer. You're not the only consumer. This is a broad spectrum of people from all different walks of life. So you gotta mastermind how to appease everybody enough to where they keep coming back to your shit. So like you said, oh, we talking about Will and Jada. You think we give a fuck about Will and Jada?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about what they doing, but you gotta reel them in with the bullshit. Once they get there, they get through the door like, oh, it's too late. Like, oh shit, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's some gold up in here. But they wouldn't have walked through that door to see that if you didn't reel them in with the bullshit. So what good is it to have the most game in the world, the most valuable game in the world, if nobody's listening? It's falling on deaf ears. So at that point, you have to concoct a way to damn near trick the consumer who does not know better for themselves to listen to it. Like I took same thing like you just said, I always tell him, we just gonna keep working, and once they catch on and they look back at the previous work,
You been doing
the
this
game
shit.
is there. They're not gonna be able to say, oh, these niggas switched up. And no, the game been there. You just wasn't paying attention. So that's why I never let it discourage me.